All right, let's record. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's Success Meetup. I'm excited that you guys are here. Hopefully, a few more people will hop on here in a minute. I hope everybody's excited for Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever it is that you celebrate. But I know that I am. I got one more day tomorrow, and then I got a week's vacation, so I'm very excited. I want to, first of all, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Do that right now. And so what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about adding Calendly to your website and your emails. And for those of you that are not watching live, if you're watching this later on YouTube, and you're like, gosh, this information is great, and I really wish I could be there live to do these, go ahead and scan that QR code. That will take you to our registration page, and you can register for these. We do these on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 11:30 Pacific time, which is what? 2:30 Eastern. And I do the Wednesday ones usually, although I will not next week because I'm on vacation, and Brett will be hanging in here for me, which is great. So he's awesome too. And so anyway, if you want to register, we'd love to have you live here at any of these. As you know, we do our tip or trick at the beginning, but then we open up for questions at the end. So if anyone has any questions, start thinking about them, and feel free to come to this live whenever you can. All right, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to log into my kvCORE. And so today we're going to talk about Calendly. Actually, let me get Calendly going here. So if you don't know about Calendly or you don't have an account, you go to calendly.com, and what it is you can connect your Google Calendar. I think you can connect other calendars too. And then it will give you a link where people can go in and schedule to meet with you into your calendar. You can get a free account. This account that I'm working with today is free, and everything we're going to do is on the free account. On the free account, you're allowed to have one type of meeting. So I did like a 30-minute meeting on mine. If you want more different meetings, then you have to get the paid account. And so in your meetings, when you make them, it could be, you can set all sorts of rules of when they can book it, and your cancellation policies, and you can ask them questions that you want beforehand. And I think there's also a way to, you can say if you want it to be like a phone meetup or a Zoom or an in-person, like you could have all sorts of different meeting event types depending on what they want. But again, if you do have more than one type, then you have to have the paid account. So I'm just going to use the free account today. And when you sign up, Calendly will give you your own Calendly link to sign up for people to schedule in with you. So if they go to this link, they'll come here, and then they can click on whatever meeting that they want, and they can say, okay, I want to schedule on this day. And again, this is going to link up to your calendar. And so anything that's open on your calendar will be available, and times that are not available will not be available on your calendar. Also, you can set times for each meeting. So maybe, all of your meetings, you only want to do meetings in the morning. When you do your setup for your meeting, you can set those times as well for what will actually show for people when they want to come in and schedule with you. So it's a pretty neat little thing. I feel like the number one place I use this for is in my emails. And if you're doing any kind of emails, you want to kind of have it in a couple places. The first place you can put it, obviously, is your email signature. I'm not going to go through that. You could just, stick that link in there. But when you're doing emails, like let's say you're doing a mass email, or you're doing an email in a campaign or whatnot, if you add an email template, just going to say, maybe you want to say, send a mass email out letting you know, hey, did you know it's free to work with buyer's agent? And then maybe you're going to use the advanced editor for this. Maybe let's load it up. You say people, some people who are like first-time home buyers, sometimes they don't even know that it's free. And then you might write something about, many new or many first-time home buyers don't realize our services as a buyer's agent. Free. And you can, write whatever you want to write. And then you could say, schedule your free buyer's consults with me today. And then you can pull over a button, and obviously you could make this any which way you want. You can put your picture on there, you can put your bio on there, you can put whatever you want, but you're going to have a button that says, schedule now. And over here in the URL is where you're going to put your Calendly link. So gonna, actually, it's easier if you go here, you go share your link, and there's your link, you can copy it. So if I copy it, I put it here, and then, add the template, and then you could do a mass email to whatever group that you might have that you want to ask them to schedule into your calendar. You can use this for, if you're doing a recruiting campaign, you can say, hey, schedule 15 minutes to talk to me about what our brokerage can offer. Maybe you're doing, you're just doing a property, you have a property, a new listing. Hey, do you want to go tour it with me? Click here, we'll set up a time to go tour the property together, or whatever it might be. You can actually, these are your links here. I'm pretty sure. Think about this. Yeah, you can use this link instead as well. Like, let's say you have a specific meeting type for just going to view a property, and you don't want them to click into any other meeting type. You can just take this link and put that in instead of your regular link, which would be right here. So you can take the whole link and be like, okay, they can only do that. And in fact, you can put like a description in and all that stuff. So like, we're going to meet, to go see this house or whatever. To schedule it. So these are ways that you can put it into your email as a big call to action button. Hey, I want you to schedule in with me. Come see me. Maybe it's like, let's meet for coffee. Another way to do this is if you're in your holiday emails and you're sending out, happy holidays. Hey, I missed you, maybe just for your sphere or your top 50 or whatever. I've missed you. I'd love to have coffee. I've been so busy. Please pick a time that works for you in my calendar. Let's grab coffee. That's another way to kind of keep up with your sphere of influence and your past clients and things like that. So all good ways to do a big call to action button in your emails and say, hey, schedule in with me. The other thing you can do, obviously, is you can do a text as well, put it in your text message. Maybe you want to send a mass text to your sphere or your top 50 people, hey, it's been a crazy year. I've missed seeing you. I'd love to catch up time soon. pick a day that works for you and we'll grab some coffee, and then you could put that either your regular one or a certain one, meet me for coffee link you could make if you had the paid account and put that in your text. Okay, so then any questions so far? I do have a question. Let's see. Can you also use Google Calendar versus Calendly? Is that what you meant? I don't know that Google Calendar has a way to schedule in. That what you do, and maybe you might have missed the first part, was what you do is you connect your Google Calendar to Calendly. And then it's going to automatically know when you're available based on what you have blocked off in your Google Calendar. So it is incorporating the Google Calendar into your account when you do this. When you set your account up to begin with, you have to connect your Google Calendar to it. Any other questions before I kind of continue? You're welcome. Okay. So now the other thing people like to do is put it actually on their website. So there's a couple different ways to do this. So I'm going to go to my website. So I've got the snow going for Christmas. And I've got my featured areas and my widgets. So you can either do one of two things. You can either have it as a widget on your website, or you can have a pop-up button on your website. So I'm going to show you how to do both things. The first thing you're going to do is that's like Calendly. You're going to go back to your Calendly, which I accidentally closed. And you're going to go to account and you're going to go back to that share your link. So again, that's the link you can share. But if you want to add it to your website, you're going to click on this button right here. And you can either do a pop-up or you can do an inline embed. So the first one we're going to do is the inline. So I'm going to click that and hit continue. And you're going to get this, this piece of text here. And if you have a upgraded one, you can actually change how it looks on your website, like with the text color and the button colors, if you want it to match the branding that you already have on your website. But what you're going to have is, instead of copying this whole code, you're gonna, there we go. You need two different pieces of this code, and they have to go in two different places on your website. So the first piece of code that we're going to put in is this one right here. It's the top code. And then there's a second piece of code which starts with script and ends with script. And that's the bottom part of the code. So first of all, we're going to go to the top code. So we're going to copy that. And then we are going to go back to your website and we're going to go to Web and IDX Website Manager. And then we're going to go to widgets. And as you know, you can do widgets on your website. I have a featured area widget. This is with all my Westeros areas, just listed, things like that. But you can make your own widget. So you're going to go to new custom widget and click add. And you have to put that little piece of code right here. You're going to name your widget Calendly, and you can give it a description, that people calendar. And they don't actually see your calendar, I guess. They will schedule your calendar. And you're going to save that. Then you're going to go back here, and we need that second line of code that starts and ends with script. You're going to copy that. That piece of code is going to go into your website manager. You're going to edit your settings. And you're going to scroll down to your custom header. And you need to, I have a bunch of other things in here, but I'm going to add that to it, this script here, and save. Once you put both of those two spots in, your widget should work. So I'm going to refresh and we'll see if it's here. And there it is. So it's above my feature area. If you don't want it there, you can put it below in your widgets. You go to your widgets and you wanted it below all of that stuff, you could drag and drop it and it should put it below. It might take a second to readjust itself. Yeah, so now it's below here. The only, so you can put them there. I think the better way to go though, because I'm not sure I like it that big, is to do a pop-up button instead. So it's up to you. So I'm going to show you guys how to do the pop-up button. And I wouldn't do both because your script on your script is going to get a little confused probably. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete this out. And then I'm going to go back to my website manager. And delete this out. Okay. So now I've taken all that out. And now I'm going to go back to Calendly. And I'm going to say account. Share your link. We'll go back to editing the website. And this time I'm going to do the pop-up widget. So I'm going to say continue. And again, well, I guess you don't even need the paid version for this, but you could change it. You know, like let's say your logo is red and not blue. You know, you could pick the blue color instead of the white color or whatever. And you can tell it what you want it to say. So it could be say schedule time with me, schedule appointment, whatever appointment, obviously you want to spell right. You know, whatever you want your button to say. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to take this whole thing and copy it. And you're going to go back to kvCORE and you're going to go back to here. So the way you get there again is website manager, edit settings, scroll on down to, and this time you're going to put it in your custom body. And you are going to save it. And now it's there. So schedule appointment, that's what you said. It's red because that's what you wanted it to be. And so if they click on it, it should pop open your Calendly and let you choose from there. I think it's a little less intrusive than having this whole big widget on your website, but you know, totally up to you if you want to do it that way, or if you want to do it here. Anybody have any questions on how to do that? Anybody? Okay, and just FYI, you should, pretty sure, this pop-up will will stay on any page throughout your whole website. Catherine wants to know, are you going to send the recording out? Yeah, so this recording probably today, if not tomorrow, will be on our YouTube channel. So I'm going to give you our playlist for tips, tricks, and Q&A. If you go there, and I'll put this link in the chat. All of our past ones are here. If you ever want to watch them, I highly recommend. And then I will put this one up there. So usually I do mine usually the day of or the day after the other trainers usually get them up within, the week, to get all of these in here. So anytime you want to come back and watch one of these, just come to this playlist. So before I go on to like just general questions, does anybody have any questions about Calendly in general, or how to use it, or how to put it on here, or if I to repeat anything or anything like that? No? Okay, cool. Well, then I will, as usual, open it up for just general Q&A. If you guys have any questions about anything at all kvCORE related, you want me to show you how to do something, you want to learn about any part of the system, I'm happy to answer anything you have for me. I'll give you guys a second to think on it. I work on a team, so can I still add a widget? You're the admin of the team, or you're just on the team? If you're just on the team, then yes, you're when you're doing your, so just FYI, put it up here. If you were an admin right here, you could go to websites and there would be, you could access your agent website, or you could access the team website, but because you're just an agent, you can only access your own. So this would be on the agent, your own agent website, and it wouldn't show up on the team websites. And then if you are actually, for those who are team admins, if you wanted it on the team site, like maybe you have a special calendar for the whole team or something, you could do that. You would just want to make sure that when you're editing your website settings, you're doing your team site and not your personal site. Is there a way to download from my site? Like you have like a buyer's guide and you want them to be able to download it off of your website? Yes, you could do a couple different things. One thing you could do would be to make you could make a landing page that says go to market landing page, and it could be download my free buyer's guide. And what you would want to do is you're going to need to get a downloadable link. So the easiest way to do this is a Google Doc. So you could either do it on slides, or do it on what's the word I'm looking for? Docs, just Google Docs. You can make a Google Doc for your buyer's guide. You could make a Google Slides presentation for your buyer's guide and just get the link. Excuse me. So let's say, it was like, I did the buyer's guide via EXP marketing. Is it in a PDF? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm still getting over my stupid cold. I'll get to the PDF in a second. If you were doing something like this, you could share it and do anyone with the link, but view only, which means they can't edit it or copy it or do anything about it. They can just download it. You could copy the link and put it in your URL after login. So you put it right there. Dang it gets me every once in a while still. If you have it in a PDF, what you're going to need is a downloadable PDF link. And I think that it depends on your computer and what you have, but I know Adobe if you have Adobe on your computer, PC, yeah, it will, you can get a downloadable link. I wonder if I have a PDF somewhere on my computer I could show you. Let's see. Give me a sec. Just give me a sec to look here. Oh, I do. Where did I get this from? So this is a PDF. If you open a PDF in a web page, you can use this link to put into, can you though? Probably not. Let me download it. So I'm going to download the PDF. So let's make sure I have a PDF file. Yeah, I'll replace it. I'm not sure. This is my price menu. So if I go to, yeah, I don't think we use that link. Let me see here. So here's my, no, I want to use it. I think you're going to need Adobe. Basically what it does is it can give you a downloadable PDF. And it basically gives you a link that they can make a downloadable PDF. Trying to think of an easier way. You could use Canva and you could upload your PDF to Canva and get a link that way too, a shareable link, I bet. There's also these like, share link PDF versions to your files. Let's see this in Google Drive, select your file. Yeah, I think you can, now that I think about it, you don't need to use slides. Let's do this. Drive. So if you go to your Drive and you upload a file. Yeah, you can do it this way. So I'm going to upload that price menu. It was a PDF file. And go to where did I put it? Here it is. So there's the PDF in Google Drive. Yeah, get link right there. So that's what you would need. So you would need to upload it to, so forget the Adobe thing. I'm sorry about that. Just upload it to Google Drive, and anyone with the link, make sure it's viewer so that they can't mess with it. And then copy the link. And that link would go into your landing page right up here. And so, this could be, download now. And so then after you make this landing page, you save it. And now you have this link here. This link, you can go to marketing, Web at IDX, website manager. go to your custom pages, add a page, buyer's guide. I'm gonna make it its own. You can put it under resources or make it its own category. Oh, I gotta make it over here, sorry. Its own category, buyer's guide. And then instead of making a page, well, you could actually make a page and put a link on here to download it if you want to talk about it first. But if you don't, you could just link it to poop sticks, link it to your landing page. See. So now you have a page that on your website that links there. And so then what you can do after that is you go to your website manager, edit settings, go down to, actually the easier way to go is go to your custom navigation. And if you want to add it here, your buyer's guide right there, and save it. Now, buyer's guide will be right here. They can click it. They can do that there. That makes sense. But you could also make a custom page. You could also make a custom widget. I did a whole, like if you wanted it much bigger and more prominent on your page, I actually did a whole video on how to in Canva. Gosh, my brain is not working. It's full of mucus. In Canva, make a widget and put it on your page, and it could link out to that landing page if you wanted it much bigger. And that is actually right here. Make custom widgets on your website. I'll put this, I'll link this to but I will put that in the chat right here. So as you can see on this right here, I made like a widget. This was about, you know, talking about a rent to own program, and that's where it linked. But you can make that same thing in Canva and be like, you know, download my buyer's guide, click here, and have that button go to your landing page. So those are all different ways that you could do a downloadable from your website. Okay, Coolio. Try that. I created a page on my website for visitors to request and report. How do I create a form or a widget on the custom page on my website for visitors to fill in their information to request the report? Well, you could do what we just did, which is make that landing page. If you've got, do you have extra questions that you're asking that are not on the landing page, Anthony? Because if you could just create the landing page that we just did and put it like, you know, the exact same thing that we just did for what you're asking. But if you wanted to do, you wanted to ask more questions, let's see. Oh, landing page is great. Okay, great. The other thing is if you ever want to do a form where you want to ask a bunch of extra questions, you can do a Google form. And I think I did a whole thing on that too. I don't know if that was before or after we were doing. No, I don't want to hear myself talking. Stop. Yeah. So right here, I'll put this in here too. You can make a Google form where people can click on it, and then you can use Zapier to zap it over into kvCORE. And then based on your Zap, you could put a hashtag in there that triggers, triggers them to send them a follow-up email or whatever it is you want to do. So I'll put that in there as well. Okay. Anybody else have any questions on your message? You're welcome, Anthony. Always very much a pleasure. Anybody else have any questions? I like finding solutions. Anybody? Last chance before I wrap up and go eat some lunch. Okay. Well, as a reminder for everybody, I'm gonna put this up one more time. If anybody has ever wants to come, this is the place to go. If you want to come see us live, we do these Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I will not be here next Wednesday, but I will be here the Wednesday after. I usually do the Wednesday ones. So I hope everybody has a really, really happy holiday and spend some time with your family and your friends and eat lots of good food and whatever. Merry Christmas, Catherine. Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope your holiday is wonderful. I'll shut her down and we will we'll go from there. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, but we'll be here next week with the other trainers. Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you.